So I figured I'd give you guys a little bit of an update on the Squarebody here. Ignore the generator noise, it's the only reason we have light in here right now. But so with the help of my pap and my mom and my brother the other day, we got the bed off the truck, and it's sitting right here. The bed is completely rotted, like holes and cross members like that is not gonna pass inspection. The frame has a lot of surface rust, but it is not completely ruined as is the bed. But we got some patchwork to do in the back of the cab there. But yeah, I sanded down with angle grinder on this side over here, and it turned out pretty good. There's still a little bit of surface rust, but not nearly as bad. I didn't get to that side yet over there, so this is still pretty bad. But yeah, bed was pretty easy to remove. I mean, some of the bed bolts were rusted, but stick an impact on it and it comes right off. The bedside here, you guys probably saw that. This is a patch panel, so this bedside is essentially fine. Like, nothing wrong with this. I bought a new fuel door because this one is like rotted and it's served its lifetime. But yeah, it doesn't even close straight anymore. Yeah, the little bit of rust work to fix here, but the bed sides are not rotted, which I'm thankful for. Whenever I do recoat the frame, I'm not going to worry about doing the leaf springs yet, because whenever I get my lift kit for this truck, it'll come with brand new leaf springs, and there's no point in doing it whenever I'm just about to buy a lift for it. So not too worried about it now, but you guys can really get a feel for what my exhaust system looks like now. Got duals at the back, run straight to 2 mufflers, and then right above there, there's 2 more cutouts. So yeah, pretty wicked how these cutouts work. They just dump right before the exhaust there.
37's humming on a no-name road. Got the windows cracked, blowing back that homegrown smoke. Twin turbos talking over Alice in Chains. Got a fresh coat of mud on the jet black paint. Take that EF5, turn it up to 5. Make a country boy get high. On 600 horses, gonna let 'em run. Got the hammer on the metal like a loaded gun. They'll hear me coming from a mile away in the Duramax Chevrolet. Gonna ride until it lights up the view, light up in that 4x4 door, 3/4 ton Z71. It ain't John Deere green, it ain't IH red, but it'll walk the dog on a pulling sled. 100,000 miles, barely broken in, burning rubber, trying to chase the wind. With all them 600 horses, gonna let 'em run. Got the hammer on the metal like a loaded gun. They'll hear me coming from a mile away in the Duramax Chevrolet. Gonna ride until it lights up the fuel, light up in that 4x4 door, 3/4 ton Z71.
So just got done with sanding down the outside of the frame. I gotta get to the inside of the frame yet, but I got the outside done. Some spots here, like right there, there's a little bit more rust than usual, but you know, we will get her done, as they say. On the entire frame here, it is completely solid. Back there, back there. The only real problem spot that I noticed was right here on the end where like the bumper mounts up, and I think I did that with the angle grinder, taking the bed bolt off. But I bought a welder from Harbor Freight, and I think I might be able to pull that because it's bent down a little bit. Not sure how that happens, but it's bent down and there's a couple holes in here, so I might be able to patch that up and get her back on the road. The beds actually unbolt, like the bed sides unbolt from the bottom of the floor, because Chevy knew that their floors were gonna rot, like the up north beds. So yeah, they had them bolted in instead of like welding them in typically, and makes it a lot easier on everybody else. If any of you are wondering which tools I'm using, it's just a DeWalt drill here with a metal brush on the end of it, 20 volt, and Chicago Electric angle grinder with a DeWalt grinding disc on it. It's pretty worn. It's not really, all the fins are caught up with rust, but it gets the job done. It's not too torquey of a angle grinder, but oh well, it works. Also, I took my fuel tank out, and it's my sending unit here. I realized why it wasn't doing any sending. It's because, well, I had no gauge reading. It's because somewhere in the tank there, the actual float that reads how much gas you have, it was broken off the sending unit. So yeah, that's awesome. I bought a new filler neck because this one, whenever you went to fill it up with the pump, it would leak like a son of a thing. So I think this is a ground. I don't know. It broke off, so whatever. And after I'm done completely sanding down the bed and like the underside, I'm gonna go over with some of this evapo rust stuff. I don't know. I saw it advanced the other day. It says it takes off like surface rust and stuff, so hopefully it'll clean it up a little bit more. And after I clean it up with that, I'm gonna spray some of this Rust-Oleum Rust Reformer on it as like a primer. Go over the whole frame with that, and then after I'm done with that, I'm going to bed liner it with some of this Duplicolor. Had good results with this stuff in the past, so yeah. And then for my fenders, I don't know if I should take it to a body shop and get it color matched or just go over with this light blue metallic, because that is the paint code that my truck is. My truck is light blue metallic, but I don't know. It's 37-year-old paint. It probably won't look exactly perfect. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments what I should do. Figured I'd film a little something here just to show you guys what I've been working on today. I took the grill off because the other day I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found just a guy listing a grill for 50 bucks, and it's this grill here. It's off of an 81 or 82. They're essentially the same. K10 or C10, they are also the same. It looks pretty standard except for the blue emblem, but you wouldn't believe it if I told you that this is an original Yanko grill off of one of the Yanko trucks sold in Cannonsburg, Pennsylvania. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like, obviously their dealership is more known for performance muscle cars and stuff like that, like the Yanko Camaro, but just to have a piece of Yanko history on my truck is cool enough for me. Here's the stock steering wheel, wheel wrench for some reason, and the stock grill right there. But yeah, that's what it looks like on the truck. I think it looks really good. The blue just matches obviously the rest of the truck, but ignore all that cardboard that was just saving my hood. But yeah, the blue looks really good, and it's not like someone just took a spray paint to it. It's actual like ribbed in. I don't know if you can see that on camera, but it's a ribbed badge. Pretty wicked. Obviously my truck's an 84, and this is an 81, 82 grill, but I'm not a purist. I think it looks really good on this truck. So let me know what you think in the comments. Would you rather have this grill here or this grill up here? Another quick update here. I took the fuel door off my truck because it didn't really hinge well anymore, and it kind of is falling apart as we speak. I just had to drill the bolts out because they rusted through. Yeah, and I bought this fuel door off of LMC. It's a lot snappier and it's not rusted through. A lot of people complain about like the quality of parts on LMC, but I've never had a problem with it. I buy a lot of stuff from them, and shows up good and doesn't really rot through. So yeah. Also with my fuel tank, I put a new sending unit in because it was not reading. The float fell off. And I put a new metal filler neck in here, also from LMC. And the, I don't know what you call this thing, the plastic surround for the gas tank. I got in my truck and I was looking at my gas gauge and I was like, what? How are we reading fuel? The fuel tank is on the ground. So I just got done painting the frame and this is how it looks now. I think it turned out really good, honestly. Like, can't even tell it was rusty. Like I said, I'm not worried about the leaf springs because they will be replaced. I'll paint the axles whenever I do the lift kit. But yeah, looks pretty good, honestly. I used this rust reformer stuff. I didn't put the bed liner on because it's rubberized and it would suck if I had to ground anything to it. Now, as you can tell, there's some patch panels on my truck here. And I was looking underneath the frame. There's actually a number on here. Todd Stanley's 5123 687-4831. So if you want to get your frame patched by Todd Stanley here, call that number. So I've been pretty busy today. I bought some Bondo. I've never done body work before, but I bought some Bondo and I fixed that cap corner down there, and I think it looks damn good for a 17-year-old kid at his barn with an angle grinder and a couple of hand tools. But yeah, there's big rust spot right there. This is just primered for now, but obviously you can see some minor imperfections and stuff like that. But once this primer dries, I will sand it down with a finer grit and be able to put the top coat on. So I decided to have another painting day. I cleaned up that cab corner. It turned out pretty good. Obviously you can see some of the marks from the angle grinder where I was stupid and went out with an angle grinder, but yeah, turned out pretty good. The color match is perfect. The rust or duplicolor, light blue metallic, is perfect. The this side over here is good too. Underneath on my rocker panels, they were replaced, so they were black. I repainted them and now they are blue, so they match the truck. There was always a rust spot right here on my front fender, so I decided to go over that with a little bit of primer and just go over. I'm not too worried about that right there, but clean it up a little bit. Over here, I cleaned up this rocker panel. It is now the correct color, and I'm working on the bed right now. This bed was actually, it was replaced, so there's like black down there, and there's actually like the color up there. I color matched it so it's one color. The fuel door, I still got a little bit of work to do, and over here, there was a rust spot, so I Bondoed it. All right, so we can't fit the impact in here, so gotta make some room. So here's what I have accomplished today. I have taken all the bed sides off now, and the front, I don't know what you want to call it, headboard, like it's a bed technically. Yeah, took that bed side off. That one was a lot easier. It was a lot less rusty on that side for some reason. This side was a lot more rotted. Here are the said bed sides right here. This is the one that I haven't gotten to yet. Here's the headboard. And this is the panel I've repainted and redone already. It's really got a lot of shine to it. Looks pretty good. I'm ready to throw it back on. I put my gas tank back in, new filler neck and all. Looks good. Now the other day I was sent these headlights in the mail. The company that makes the headlights is 4x4 FL TSC or something along those lines. But they are really, like, I don't know. I like the look of them. Obviously my stock headlights did not have a lot of punch, so I think these ones will look a lot better. And with the new grille, it's like a completely different front end on this truck. Doesn't even look the same as it did last week. Really like the way these turned out. They look really good. They have the amber turn signal right here, and then like the just regular LEDs right up here, high beam, low beam, whatever, you know what I mean. Can't turn them on because no power. Okay, so everybody's talking about how like my bed floor is rotted through and how it's not safe for the road, but I'm just gonna prove that wrong. Like, you know how the Olympics are going on right now? This is what I call the bed floor 300-meter distance jump. See, it held up. Pretty good actually. See, this bed would last another 100,000 miles, easy. Everybody's so scared about it. Oh my goodness, is that a rust hole? See, it's fine. Okay, actually, maybe not. Maybe not. They call me the biker guy. That was stupid. I'm 4-wheel drive memes and you're watching Jackass. My bike! Okay, so one of the worst things that I hate in the truck community is bed covers like this. These are the worst. Because you know what they do to beds? That. They make rust holes that big because they just trap water in. This is the serious part of the video now. These are horrible. If you run this kind of bed cover on your truck, maybe if it's on an older work truck or like a company truck, I don't really care. But if you run this on your personal truck, you are stupid and you're just rotting out your truck faster. I hate these with a burning passion. They suck. They are the worst. Let's see if she turns over here. Dude, she sounds good.